I really, really want is that this country, that we're not going to send our children to a war. Any one of us here who utters something bad about the other race to their children is sending your child to a possible war in the future. I mean, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Any one of us in this country that utters bad things about the other race, we are sending our children to a possible war in the future, a civil war. I think these are the kind of words you may want to use when you give speeches. Yeah. Do you want to send? You see it like this, very simple. You say something negative about the other race, and your child picked it up. Your child is only 7 years old or 10 years old. Later, by the time 12 years old, he will just repeat what you say in a group of gangsters in front of them, and they will whack him to death. I know because I grew up in a Chinese area. In my area last time, there were six gangs in the area. Always got piatin, piatin. Gang fight. Always got. Yeah. And you utter one wrong word. Yeah, they meet, man. And that's an extreme example. So what do we really, really want? Yeah. What do we really, really want? If we really, really want that, then we close one eye a little bit here and there, so make sure we can go to the right places. Yeah. And finally, I think the reason why I think I'm very comfortable leading a multicultural society because I really believe that sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. I really believe in this. It's a belief system. They say Shi Huangdi say the same thing. It's Kenyan proverb. Yeah. Sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. Yeah, really unbreakable. And by believing in this, you believe that steel is stronger than iron. Yeah. Life is more exciting if I grew up in a multicultural Malaysia, other than one homogeneous society. If you believe in it, then it's easier because when you believe in it, you live it, and you live it, you just be it, I mean, you're not going to decide someone who can't work with you, this is Malay, this Chinese. You're not going to do that anymore. Yeah. You don't choose friends based on race anymore. You choose friends because they're friends. Yeah. Yeah. So that's I think sticks in the bundle are unbreakable. So that's some basics. Any comments, questions before I proceed? Yeah. It's almost 9. Any comments, questions? I'd rather open it for comments, questions. Comments, questions? Disagreement?
Okay, since nobody's talking, commitment.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember the statement made by our white advisor, Dato' Lim.
Yes.
That commitment to be a Malaysian. I think we lack that, most of us. And I speak on the Chinese behalf, most of us lack that because of the unfair, inverted commas, situation. So a lot of you not committed. They can complain, but they are not committed in their, as you say, individually how they make them as a role model to be a Malaysian, to make things work better.
You see, bro, honestly, again, if you talk to a Malay, they say the same thing. You talk to I tell you what's really unfair right now. You talk about unfairness, okay? If you think about unfair right now, is that you and I, we have so much money, and kids in Africa is dying. That's unfair. Yeah? And I think it's unfair when I've got a friend with 4 in the family, who, brilliant kids, but the government didn't help them. I think that's unfair. But the majority of us who have food on the table and we have a nice house, nice car and all that, and I think we can just, I think we just close one eye. Why very simple is this? I think anyone who is above certain dollar, $1,000, whatever, $2,000 a month, should never talk about fairness because you know why? We already got it good. Okay, above 3,000 a month, let's check. Now I think why it's unfair. If there's something we need to do, for example, for the Indian poor in town, for example, I think the Indian poor in town is really in a difficult situation. population, and the Malay poor are in a kampong, and some Chinese poor in the town, and some Chinese poor. And these are the unfair. It's not between the Malays, Chinese, Indian. It's just a pockets of group of people that we need to help. And I think that's unfair. It's unfair because, like, for example, an Indian family that earns $300, has 6 kids, are competing for their $300 a month with an Indonesian. I think that is unfair. But to say that unfair because someone else getting more than you because you want to get more, I think we are actually moving away from the ethics side. Let me explain. Yeah? There is a reason why Jesus said someone slapped you on the right cheek and let them sleep on the right cheek. There's a reason. There's a reason why the Buddha says detach yourself from things like this. There are reasons. And I think that's what we need to do. Is that honestly for me, I would say, I'm sometimes feeling guilty because I got a good car and a big house kind of thing, and I live alone in the house of worth $300,000. Yeah, and that's unfair. I agree. But honestly, I'm a shallow human being, and I still want that. Yeah? But I think we need to stop thinking that there is a real sinister unfairness. Give it to them, but be it the Malays, Indians, or what, doesn't matter. As long as someone is doing better, because I think we should just give it. I mean, this is my opinion. My opinion is it doesn't matter, but we need to find out some pockets here. Don't fight based on race anymore. Let's say like this. Look, there are many people who are poor. Let's help them. And this is the problem because we are all still thinking, identifying ourselves, or paying attention to our race. I can give you, thank you for talking about China. As I talk about Muslims, for example. Zakat is for the poor. But all over the world, Zakat is only for Muslims now. Especially in Malaysia. Yeah, you look in the Quran, very clearly it says Zakat is for the poor, yeah, the destitute, and women. Single mothers, you should get Zakat. You go look at that a lot. But because we are too much paying attention and falling in love with our own self, we only look at our own problems. That's because we are identifying ourselves with a particular group of people. But if we identify ourselves with the entire, let's say, Malaysia, or the world, so let's start in Malaysia, then I don't care whether the money goes to Indians, Malays, Chinese, or whatever it is, as long as it goes to the right people. I think we should not fight based on, I'm not fair because Malays get it, or Indian got that. We just say, hey, wait a minute, there are many Indians who are poor, there are many Chinese who are poor, many Malays who are rich, they shouldn't get it. Just say that, We fight for we're going to make sure no Malays going to suffer without food or without education. Similarly for the Indians, and don't forget the Eurasians. They're always, I'm so happy now that the Prime Minister married to a Eurasian. Yeah, because the Eurasian has been forgotten. A marginalized group. Do you know many Eurasians who are extremely rich and successful? Hardly, right? You see? Unfair. Is that unfair? I think what we need to do is this. We need to change our pay attention. We won't pay attention to whoever is poor, whoever needs help must be helped. I don't care whether they are Malay, Chinese, Indian, whatever it is. In fact, in the long run, we have enough money to give the money to Indonesia. So give money to certain parts of India and Africa. That's what I think we should do. If we can do that, we become better humans. As I tell you this, I'm feeling guilty because I'm spending more than an average person. Anyway, yeah. Try to do this, try to gerakan especially if you are in the government, try to talk for NEP, yeah, but say these are the areas need improvement. Yeah, talk for NEP, but these are the areas need improvement. I say, oops, NEP is supposed to restructure society and help the poor. Yeah, but there are many poor that terlepas. And these are there's this a few 100,000 people in, let's say, there, and so tell people that. Yeah? And no good Muslim or no good Malay won't agree with you. Honestly, majority of Malays will agree. But don't fight based on race. Yeah? Don't fight based on race. Fight based on people who need. Yeah? Never fight based on race because that's what people want you to do. They want you to pay attention to race. Don't pay attention to race. Pay attention to poverty. Pay attention to all this. Don't pay attention to this. It's very difficult.